Yeah, good morning students. In the last class we have seen apparent depth, apparent dip and true dip relation. Two planes having apparent depths phi 1 and phi 2, they are perpendicular. Okay, in that case the relation is cot square phi 1 plus cot square phi 2 is equal to cot square phi. And one more relation is there, fifth one, tan phi is equal to 2 tan lambda, magnetic latitude of the place. It is a relation between latitude and the apparent, latitude and the true dip. Okay, a relation is not required proof, you just remember the formula. Okay. Next, magnetic maps, isoconic lines, agonic lines. Next, isoclinic lines. These are all just information, you just read it. Neutral points, that's common. Magnitudes and directions opposite. Then what happens? Equal magnitudes and opposite direction acts at that point. Resultant will be 0. That point we call it as a null point or neutral point. If it is magnetic field, magnetic neutral point. If it is electric field, electric neutral point. Clear? So you just read it, you will come to know this. And next, moving coil galvanometer already completed MCG. Next, tangent galvanometer is not there for us. For different state boards, some state boards are having this tangent galvanometer. For them, they given. So don't worry about that. Next, come to the example problem 3. At a 45 degree to the magnetic meridian, the apparent dip is 30 degree. Find the true dip. So alpha is equal to 45 degree. Apparent dip is phi dash is equal to 30 degree. They are asking phi, true dip. Okay. So in the last class I explained, this is a magnetic meridian plane, vertical plane. Clear? This is true dip. If you take another plane like this, if you take another plane, in this angle between two planes is alpha, and in this plane, new plane, dip, this is apparent dip, this is phi dash. That is the relation. This relation we have seen. What is that relation? Tan phi, instead of this we take phi dash. Phi dash is equal to tan phi by cos alpha. Okay, so they are asking tan phi. Tan phi is equal to tan phi dash cos alpha. Phi dash is 30 degree. So tan 30 cos 45. Tan 30 is what? Sin 30 by cos 30, 1 by 2, that is root 3 by 2. So this is 1 by root 3, cos 45, 1 by root 2, this is 1 by root 6. Then phi is equal to tan inverse of 1 by root 6. Clear? Next, fourth example problem. A magnetic needle free to rotate in the fixed plane, vertical plane, says in a direction making an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. If the dip at that place is 45 degree, find the angle of fixed vertical plane with the meridian. Clear? They are giving the magnetic needle free to rotate in the fixed vertical plane, says its direction makes an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. If the dip at that place is 45 degree,
find the angle between fixed vertical planes with the meridian.
So same, they are asking alpha in this question. So they given apparent dip and true dip. What is true dip at that place? 45 degree. Apparent dip is what? 60 degree. Then alpha asking. Follow the same formula. So from this I can write cos alpha is equal to tan phi by tan phi dash. Then cos alpha tan phi 45 by tan 60. This is 1 by tan 60 is what? Sin 60 by cos 60.
Sin 60 by cos 60 means what? Root 3 by 2, 1 by 2, this is root 3.
Clear? So alpha is equal to cos inverse of 1 by root 3.
Clear? Next question B. A dip circle shows apparent dip of 60 degree at a plane where the true dip is 45 degree. If the circle is rotated through a 90 degree, what apparent dip will shows?
Another apparent dip they are asking. Phi 1 is given.
First dip angle.
This is 60 degree. True dip is given phi. Phi is equal to 45 degree. And they are asking phi 2. Okay. So we have a relation. What is that? Cot square phi is equal to cot square phi 1 plus cot square phi 2. So substitute the values. True value cot square 45 is equal to cot square 60 plus cot square phi 2. 45 cot 45 1. This is cot square 60.
Cot square 60 means sin 60 by cos 60. Sorry, cos 60 by sin 60.
Cos 60 1 by 2. Sin 60 root 3 by 2. So this is 1 by root 3 whole square plus cot square phi 2. Make it cot square phi 2 because they are asking phi 2. So 1 by this comes this side 1 by root 3 whole square 1 by 3. So 1 by 3. 1 by root 3 whole square is 1 by 3. So this is 3 minus 1 by 2. This is 3. So this is 2 by 3. Then cot phi 2 is equal to root 2 by 3. Am I correct? Phi 2 is equal to cot inverse of root of 2 by 3. Clear? So make a note.
Next, fifth one. If the magnetic field at a point on the magnetic equator is 30 microtesla, what is the magnetic moment of Earth magnet? What is the value of the magnetic field or the Earth? Example problem 5. If the magnetic field at a point on the magnetic equator is,
so B, magnetic equator means what? It is on the axial line of the Earth magnet. So BA
is equal to
30 microtesla. 30 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla.
What is the magnetic moment of the Earth?
They are asking capital M.
Next, they given radius of the Earth
RE 6,400 kilometers given. 6,400 kilometers given.
Convert into
meters. 10 power 3 meters. Axial line formula is magnetic field on an axial line of bar magnet. This is mu naught by 4 pi 2m by r cube. R here we are r cube. This is nothing but radius of the Earth is nothing but r. Okay. So m we need to calculate. So m make it subject to m is equal to Ba 4 pi r cube by 2 mu naught. Substitute the values. 30 into 10 power minus 6, 4 pi. This is 6400 into 6400 into 6400 into 10 power 9 by 2 into 10 power mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. 4 pi cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cancel. This how many times cancel? 15 times. 15 into 64 into 64 into 64 into minus 7 comes up. It is plus 9 plus 7. 16 ampere meter. Do the product, you will get the answer.
What is the value of magnetic field at the north pole? That is the equatorial line they are asking. Okay, what is the value of magnetic field at the north pole they are asking? Sorry, we did wrong in this. If a magnetic field at a point and a magnetic equator is 30 microtesla. Oh, same solution, but what we have done is we did mistake.
Okay, simple correction. This is the Earth magnetic field. They given on equator. Here they given field. I take an axial. So this is equatorial line. So equatorial line. In equatorial line, what happened? Here M only. Here M means this will be. This 2 will not come here. This 2 will not come here. This will be 30 axis. Okay. 30. Okay, small change. I take it on axial line.
Sorry, they given on equatorial line. What is the value of magnetic field at the north pole?
They given information on the equatorial line. Okay, equatorial line of the magnet. If you think this is like a magnet, this line is equatorial line, right? Now they are asking field on the north pole, magnetic north. It is nothing but axial line. BA they are asking. BA is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2m by r cube. M we will get from this. Okay. Now BA is equal to mu naught value is what? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into 2. What is M value? Already we calculated from this. 30 into 64 into 64 into 64 into 10 power 16 by what is that? R cube. That is 6400 into 6400 into 6400 into 10 power 9. Okay. So here 4 by 4 by cancel. 10 power minus 7 into 2 into 30. This I can write 6400 2 zeros, 6400 2 zeros, 6400 2 zeros, total 6 zeros taken. So this is will be 10 by 6400 into 6400 into 6400 cancel. So into 10 power 9. 10 power 9 goes up, it will be minus. So 10 power minus 7 into 2 into 30 into 10 power 10 into 10 power minus 9. Okay, this is 60 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla.
Yeah, they got 60 micro Tesla. 60 micro Tesla. Somewhere we did wrong. There is an alternate method also there. Where did we go? 6 goes. Into this all correct. minus.
Yeah, it's powers only calculation wrong. Then this is 10 minus 9 1 minus 7 plus 1. Correct. And this is calculation. Or we have a relation. What is the relation? BA is equal to 2 into BE. Already equatorial field given. What is that? 30. So BA is equal to 2 into 30 into 10 power minus 6. So then this is 60 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. Understand? So this is very simple. If we will follow this method.
Okay, right? Here this formula, when this formula is valid, BA is equal to 2 into BE.
When distances are equal, when R is same,
Then we will follow this relation. Otherwise,
if the distance changes, we need to follow this method only. Clear? But from here to from center to equator, magnetic equator, center to magnetic pole, distance remains same.
that's why you can select this formula, then you will get the answer.
Clear?
Now, next problem is sixth one. A short magnet M is equal to 5 into 10 power minus 2 ampere meter square lying in a horizontal plane with the north pole points 37 degree east of north. Find the net horizontal at a point of the magnet 0.1 meter away from it. Okay, at that point, horizontal component of Earth, horizontal magnetic field given, Earth horizontal component. BH 22 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. And sin 37 given, cos 37 given in the question. So we do not worry about 37 degree value. Clear? Example 6. A short bar magnetic moment given, M is equal to 5 into 10 power minus 2 ampere meter square lying in a horizontal plane with its north pole points 37 degree east of north.
So here I am drawing the figure.
37 degree east of north they mentioned.
So this is east, west, this is north, south. So magnet placed like this. How many degrees? East of north. East of north. So we will take the angle with the last direction, that is north. This is theta. This is nothing but how many degrees? 37 degrees. Clear? So 37 degrees.
Now what they are asking, find the net horizontal field at a point of the magnet 0.1 meter away from it.
So on this line, what a distance, let us say this distance R, this R is equal to 0.1 meter. Clear?
East of north, find the net horizontal field at a point on the magnet 0.1 meter. Okay?
Now, here we have a BH. Already Earth magnetic field is there. This is BH. And this magnet is making an angle theta. So this magnetic moment, if you draw a vector like this, along this axis we have, what is this? M cos theta. Along this we have M sin theta. For M cos theta, point is on the axis, axial line. For M sin theta, point is lying on equatorial line. So due to this M cos theta, field contribution there, that is there upwards. You take it this as a B1. And M sin theta, field will act in this direction. This is M2. Oh, sorry, you take it B2. Reason, on equatorial line field, how it is acts?
Opposite.
Understand? So
Finally, how many fields are there at a given point? There are 3 fields. So we need to find this net field. A horizontal field is along this one is, that is B1 plus BH. B net is what? B net is, if you take it as this is B dash, B net will be B dash and B2. Clear? B1 and BH is acting along upwards, B2 acting perpendicular. The net resultant, resultant of B1 and BH, I am taking as a B dash. Clear? That is act also along this only, because these two are in same direction. Now B dash and B2 are perpendicular. The net field will be under root of B dash square plus B2 square. Clear? They are asking, if they ask only along this direction, then the formula is B dash is equal to BH plus B1. If they ask net field, then this will be the answer. Now we will try to find out B1 and B2. So B1 is what? Axial field. So B1 is equal to, B1 is an axial field, axial line. So this is mu naught by 4 pi 2. What is M along this direction? M cos theta by distance 0.1 or r square. Clear? So now B1 will be 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into 2 as it is. What is M value? 5 into 10 power minus 2. What is cos theta? Theta is 37. Cos 37 is to 4 by 5. So 4 divided by 5 into r square is there. R value is what? 0.1. So 0.1, how do we write? This is 10 power minus 1. R 1 by 10. 10 power minus 1. So 10 power minus 1 cube. 10 power minus 3. This 5 cancel. 4 by 4 pi cancel. 8 into 10 power minus 5. Minus 7 minus 2 minus 9. It goes up plus 3. Minus 1 plus 3 minus 6 Tesla. Next B2. B2 is equatorial field. So this is mu naught. What is the formula? Mu naught by 4 pi m. What is the equatorial? Who is contributing equatorial field? M sin theta. So m sin theta by r2. Then B2 is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into 5 into 10 power minus 2 into, what is sin 37? Sin 37 given as 3 by 5. So 3 divided by 5 into 10 power minus 3. Again 5 cancel, 4 pi cancel. We have 3 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. This is B1 and B2. Now how do you get B dash? Now B dash is equal to B1 plus BH. B1 is what? B1 we got it as 8 into 10 power minus 6. Am I correct or not? Am I getting correct? 8 into 10 power minus 6? Yeah. 8 into 10 power minus 6, 3 into 10 power minus 6. So B1 is equal to 8 into 10 power minus 6 plus BH. BH is given. BH value is 22 into 10 power minus BH is equal to 22 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. So this is 22 into 10 power minus 6. So this is 30 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. Okay. Then they are, what did they do? Net field they also calculated. So net field, how do you calculate? This one. So B net under root B dash square plus B2 square. So this is 30 into 10 power minus 6 whole square plus B2. 3 into 10 power minus 6 whole square.
Right? Am I correct or not?
So take it common and simplify. 10 power minus 6 comes out, and this is 300. 330 square is 900. 3 square is 9. So this is root of 9 naught. 9 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. And they are calculated direction also. So that's not required. It's depend on the question. Clear? Next. Next, oscillations magnetometer, or simply the compass needle is oscillating in a magnetic field. That formula already we have seen, time period of that. T is equal to 2 pi into the root of I by mb, where I is the moment of inertia, m is the magnetic moment, b is the field. Clear? Suppose if the magnet is a bar magnet, it means we take it like this, magnet. This is length L, breadth P. This moment of inertia is I is equal to, if mass is m, okay, m into L square plus b square by 16, yeah, it's 12. This is the formula, moment of inertia. Clear? Magnetic moment formula, known formula. Clear? What is the 2L into m? So don't confuse, total length I taken as small l. But when we take thin magnet, okay, if we use thin magnet, if compare with the breadth with the length, breadth will be negligible. In that case, suppose if you take a thin magnet, very thin magnet, length is what? This is 2L. When compared to this length to breadth is compared to length, breadth will be negligible. In that case, I will become m into mass, m, not this is not equal, it's m represent mass. So 2L square by b we are neglecting. So b plus 0 square is there, b we are neglecting. L plus what is there? 2L. So 2L square by 12. So this is m 4L square by 12. This is m L square by 3 for thin magnet. Clear? So remember this point. Example 7 is very important model question. A thin rectangular magnet suspended freely has a period of oscillation T naught. What will be the period of oscillation if the magnet is broken into two halves? Okay, when it is before cut. So time period given as T naught is equal to 2 pi into under root of I by m b. I is what? I is equal to m L square by 3. What is magnetic moment? M is equal to 2L into m whole square. Clear? Now first, what is the first cut? A. They made a cut perpendicular to its length. Perpendicular to its length means like this. Previously, this is the original magnet. Pole strength m, length 2L. Okay, this magnet cut into like this, two pieces. Then length changed. This will become L, this will become M. Mass will become m by 2. Previously mass, if you take it capital M dash, here we are using m too much. So some cases magnetic moment, some cases pole strength. In these cases I taken as a mass. So to avoid that confusion, we will use different letter. Let us say cursive m. Okay, cursive m is what? Mass of the magnet. So small m is the pole strength. Okay, small m is the pole strength. Now what is the new mass? M will become, mass will become half. Okay, pole strength remains same. Now what do we calculate? Now new time period, how do we write? T dash is equal to 2 pi into under root of new moment of inertia
new magnetic moment, field remains same. I am calculating each piece time period. So how do we calculate I dash? I dash is equal to, this is mass. What will be the mass? M by 2. What will be the mass? M by 2. What will be the length? L square by 12. Am I correct or not? Then this will be M L square by 24, I dash. Then I dash in terms of I, how do we write? From this ml square, if you make it subject to ml square, then this will be 3i. So this is equal to 3i by 24. 3 ones 8. So this is I by 8. Next, magnetic moment we need to find m dash. M dash is equal to, magnetic moment formula is length into pole strength, L into M. Clear? From this, what happened? L into M. L into M is equal to, from this, L into M is equal to capital M by 2. So this M dash is equal to M by 2. Now we have a new magnetic moment, new moment of inertia. The 2 substitute in the new time period. Then T dash is equal to 2 pi under root of, what did we get? I dash, that is I by 8 by, what is M dash? M by 2 into B remains same. These 2 ones, 2 fourths. Then T dash is equal to 2 pi into under root of I by 4 MB. 4 comes out. T dash is equal to 2 pi by 2 I by MB. What is 2 pi into root of I by MB? That is old time period, I mean time period of the magnet before cut. So before we made a cut. So this I can write T by 2. Understand? So if you make a cut perpendicular to its length, then new time period will become T by 2. Next cut is parallel to its length. Parallel to its length. So initial magnet is this one. Now cut made parallel to its length. This will become like this. Am I correct? Then what is splitting here? Length remains same, but pole strength is remains changing. This is M by 2, M by 2. Again mass will become half. Am I correct? Again we need to find out new moment of inertia. I dash. I dash is equal to what? The mass of each piece, length remains same. So 2L square by, what is that? 12. Then this will be M, I'll write here. M L square by, this is 6. Clear? I dash. Then how do we write this? In terms of volt, where we have ml square is equal to what? 3i. So this is 3i by 6. This will become I by 2. Next M dash. M dash is what? Length remains same. Pole strength will become M by 2. So 2L into M is what? Volt moment. So M by 2. So M dash new moment will become M by 2. Magnetic moment. Moment in the sense magnetic moment. Then time period T dash is equal to under root of, what is new moment of inertia? I by 2. What is new magnetic moment? M by 2 into B. 2 cancel. This is 2 pi, I missed 2 pi. 2 pi into I by MB. Right? Then remains same. T dash is equal to T. Do you find the change now? So it's, what do we do whenever you find these kind of questions? When a magnet made into cut, then find the time period of each piece. What we need to do? First we need to concentrate on what is the new moment of inertia. What is the moment of inertia of the individual piece, and what is the magnetic moment of individual piece. If we know that two,
then it is easy to find. Clear? So make a note of this. Next exam, in the previous problem I did not write T naught, I written T only. Don't confuse. Okay, don't make a big what is that? It's not a problem. Instead of T naught I written T in previous problem. Okay, make a point. Notice that point. Example 8. A compass needle oscillates 20 times per minute at a place where the dip is 45 degree and 30 times per minute where the dip is 30 degree. Compare the total magnetic field due to the earth at the two places. Okay. T1 given as 20 times per minute. Each oscillation, how do you calculate? 60 by 20. So 3 seconds per each oscillation. At this point, what is the earth dip angle is given? That is phi 1. Or you take it, we take a dip, we are taking in this case, what we will take dip, you don't confuse. If I take already phi 1, I taken as apparent depth. So don't confuse in this case phi 1, or we will take a different, let us say beta, or we will take phi only, no problem. Here phi is equal to 45 degree. So here field, how do we write? BH at this point is equal to B1 cos 45. Okay, what is BH formula? BH is equal to generally B cos 5. Okay, we taken alpha actually in the previous our textbook discussion, but small changes are there. Please you notice, instead of alpha, some case in some places, some questions we will take alpha. It's depend on the how we consider it. Second one, T2. What is that? 30 times per minute. So each oscillation is what? Each oscillation time is 2 seconds. At this point, what is the dip? Dip is 30 degree. Then BH is equal to, how do you write at this point? This is BH1, this is BH2, then this will be B2 cos 30. I follow this formula. Clear? What they are asking, what is the ratio of B1 by B2 or B2 by B1? First we will consider B1 by B2. What is the time period formula? T is equal to 2 pi into under root of I by mb. Magnet is not changing, so moment of inertia not changes, magnetic moment not changes. T is inversely proportional to root b. From this, how do I write? T1 by T2 is equal to root of this. We are taking here BH in this question according to this one. So this is BH2 by BH1. Inversely proportional. Then what is T1 and T2? Are squaring on both sides. Or we will keep it like this, no problem. T1 by T2. T1 is what? 3 by 2 under root. What is B2? This is BH2 is what? B2 cos 30. And this is B1 cos 45. Okay. To have it, what we have considered B1 by B2. Okay, we will try to find out was B2 by B1, then make it B1 by B2. Squaring on both sides. 9 by 2 is equal to B2. What is cos 30? Cos 30 root 3 by 2 by cos 45 1 by root 2. Am I correct? Clear? This make it a B2 or we will make it simple. 9 by 2 is equal to B2 by B1. This goes up, this comes down. Root 2 goes up. So root 6 by 2.
So B1 by B2 I am making subjective. It is easy. So 2 root 6 by B2 comes here, 2 goes here, so 9 into 2. Am I correct or not? So what will happen? 2 I did not only squaring on both sides, so I did only 3 square, not 2 square. So this will be the 4. This will be the 4. So this is 4. 2 ones, 2 twos. So root 6 by 18. Am I correct? They given 27 by 8 root. Not possible. 27 by 8. They given answer. How do we write this? 27 by 8. We will do what? 27 by 8 root. This how do we write? 27 ones 3 root 3 by this is. So here it is possible. Possible. Root 2, root 3. This I can write. Nine into 2. This is actually 9 into 2. This I can write 3 into root 3 into root 3 into root 2 into root 2. Okay. 1 root 2 will be cancelled, 1 root 3 will be cancelled. We have, what do we have? 1 root 3 goes, 1 root 2 goes. We have 3 root 6. Or we are getting 3 root 6? Not getting. So there is a mistake in the calculation. Again we will check the where we did wrong. So 3 by 2 square is 9 by 4, right? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? Next cos 40 by 1 by root 2 is right. It goes up, it comes down, right? Clear? So here so B2 by B1 they are asking. So make it B2 by B1 subject to B2 by B1. Then 9 into 2 by 4 root 6. Clear? So this I can write 9 into 2 cancel 2 root 6, right? This 9 I can write 3 into root 3 into root 3. Okay? 1 root 3 once, root 2 times. So 3 root 3 by 2 root 2. So 3 root 3 by 2 root 2, how do we write? This is root of 27 by 8. So 27 by 8 is correct. Now come to test your knowledge. Question number 1 is direct. The work done in deflecting a small magnet of magnetic moment 10 ampere meter square through a 180 degree from uniform magnetic field of strength 0.4 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. So first question, how do you find U is equal to minus mb cos theta? Direct, so no problem. Next to second one. Second one, a magnetic needle lying parallel to a magnetic field required W units of work to turn through 60 degree. The torque needed to maintain the needle in this position. Where to? It has to rotate from 0 degrees to theta 2. How many degrees? 60 degrees. To rotate this, work done is what? W. So what is the work done formula? To rotate, W is equal to mv cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So work done in rotating the dipole. From this, cos 0 1, am I correct or not? Cos 0 1 is 1, cos 60 is 1 by 2. This W is equal to mv by 2.
What did they ask in the question? The torque required to needed to maintain the needle in this position.
In which position? Theta is equal to 60 degree. Okay, in this position they are asking torque. What is torque formula? Torque is equal to mv sin theta. Right? So answers there in terms of work done. From this mv, how do we write? 2w. So 2w into sin 60. Sin 60 value is what? Root 3 by 2. 2 cancel. Then what is the answer? Root 3 w. This is the torque required to maintain the dipole at 60 degrees with a magnetic field. Next, the ratio of magnetic fields due to a small bar magnet in the end-on position and broad-on position. End-on position means on the axis. If you take the magnet, this is north and south. This is the axis of the magnet. If you take the point on this position we call it as end-on. This is equatorial line. This point on equatorial line we call it as a broad-on. Another name. End-on means axial line, broad arm means equatorial line. Okay. The ratio they asked. So BA and BE, at the same distances. If distances R and this R is same from center of the magnet, what is the relation? BA is equal to 2 times of BE. So BA by BE is equal to 2. What did they ask? End-on position to broad-on position means end-on position is axial line, BA by B2 they are asking. So answer is 2. Next, fourth one, a thin rectangular magnet suspended freely as a period of oscillation equal to T. Now it is broken into equal halves perpendicular to its length, and one piece made to oscillate freely. So previously we have done when perpendicular. If magnet is like this, time period is T. If made into two parts, this time period T dash is equal to T by 2. We have seen in the previous discussion. And T dash by T, they are asking. From this expression, how do we write? T dash by T is equal to 1 by direct answer. Okay, remaining you can solve, that are easy questions. Next, magnetization and magnetic intensity. We have seen these two, magnetization and magnetic intensity. But in the synopsis, magnetization they given I, but in our textbook discussion I took capital M. Understand? Please concentrate. We are using M many times. Some cases M we used as a magnetic moment. In this discussion M we are using as a magnetization. Understand? In some cases capital M we used as a mass. Some cases M used as what? Magnetic moment. So based on the topic, description of the letter is changes. Okay. So we have seen these all relations. M and H relation. M and H and B. Magnetization, and H is the magnetic intensity. B is the magnetic field. I just writing formulas. I don't go to explanation. H is what? M into I. B is what? Magnetic field due to solenoid, mu n I. So B is equal to, how do you write? B is equal to mu into H. What is magnetization formula? M is equal to net magnetic moment per volume. Net magnetic moment by volume. This is what? Magnetization. Clear? The relations we have seen. What are that? So B is equal to mu naught H plus M. And we have seen the relation M and H, magnetization and intensity. M is a magnetization is equal to susceptibility into magnetic intensity. These are all we have seen. So based on the question, we will select the what? Equation. Then B is equal to, how do you write? If you substitute this, mu naught H plus, okay, this if you take it common, H 1 plus P is equal to mu naught H 1 plus susceptibility. Clear? Understand? So this 1 plus susceptibility is equal to what? Mu R. And we have one more relation. What is that? Mu is equal to mu R into mu naught. These are all we have seen. Based on the susceptibility value, mu R value, and we divided into all materials into three groups: ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, and diamagnetic. Clear? Understand? So you see all the relations. Based on the question, we will select the formula. So here they given diamagnetic substances, their detail, their properties in detail. You just read. Already I explained. If we want a detailed explanation, you see our material. Clear? So long table is there. Okay, one page description is there about these three materials. Clear? Okay. Remaining we'll see in the next class.